Hello and welcome to another Mold Breaker Empowerment Forum. As always, I am delighted to be with you once again as we continue in our 6-part series on habit breaking solutions. Thus far, we've covered 4 of the 6, and I am wondering whether you would have remembered them. Anyhow, in case you haven't, I will just briefly remind you. The first is making time for self. The second is inquiring the appropriate knowledge and skills. The third is being committed. Yes, being committed to your purpose. And the fourth one is basically being available to yourself. And today we will be looking at accountability, setting up accountability. What is accountability? Basically, it is owning up to your responsibility. And when it comes to habit breaking, we know that the responsibility is primarily to ourselves. But think about it. Are we self-sustaining and isolated from the rest of the world? Are you? I certainly am not. There are people around us who are affected by what we do and what happened to us. Yes, significant people, our family, our children, our spouses, and even our neighbors and our co-workers, our friends. They're all impacted by the habits that we engage in. And so therefore, being accountable is something that we don't necessarily have to do alone. And you will see that as we continue. But habits, as we have established, are not necessarily conscious actions. They are things, behaviors, thought patterns that have crept in on us and became a part of us without us actually even welcoming it in. Because why? We live in a world where stimulus are coming in and out constantly, and except for the things that we focus our attention on, there are many things that happen in our life on a daily basis that we do unconsciously. And so therefore, when we look at habit and habit breaking solutions, we must seek to operate from a point of accountability. So, I want to share with you 4 important steps in becoming accountable for yourself, for improving your health and your quality of life. And the first is that of establishing clear goals. Yes, what is it that you desire for yourself? Whether it's in your health or in your social, spiritual, and emotional life. Those components of your life all work together to make you who you are. They all work together and they impact how you move, how you live, how you exist, how you perform. And so therefore, in setting clear goals, you are now seeking to establish the path that you desire to be on, the quality of life you desire to experience, the shape, the look, the feeling. All of these are what make you who you are and determines how you perform, how you feel from one point of your journey to the other. And so we must clearly establish goals. Commit time, commit energy, utilize the knowledge that we would have sought out, and we place them in a doable and workable form that will help us to accomplish our goals. Then the second thing that we must do as an act or a part of the accountability process is to focus on our future and not our past. The past only provide lessons or benchmarks from which we are now setting our new goals and setting out to accomplish that desired state. So there are benefits that we stand to gain when we seek to dispel or set aside or abandon habits that negatively impact our health. And so therefore, by focusing on the future, we are basically putting ourselves in the mindset of that desired state. And so we begin to imagine and we begin to literally see ourselves as that individual that we are moving or working towards being. So we sense all of the experiences that comes with being that person, and we dispel or we ignore or abandon those states from our past. For example, you are 15 pounds heavier than you desire to be. So now you are focusing your attention on being 10 pounds lighter than you currently are. And so therefore, the goals that you would have established in terms of making time for exercise, preparing your meals on time, going out and doing your shopping and selecting the right foods. You see yourself in that state, actively doing these things. And by so doing, you have shifted your paradigm. You have shifted your mode of operation, and you are moving accountably in the direction that you desire to be. Yes, you are taking on the responsibility for virtually taking the first step to that 1,000-mile journey, and you are feeling the benefits of all the things that you have committed yourself to doing, all the new habits you have established in your plan to execute. Yes. And finally, no, there's two more. The third point is to ask for help when it is needed. I repeat, ask for help when it is needed. And what type of help do you think you will need? Well, that depends on whether you need clarity on points regarding choices, new choices that you have made, and it could be in terms of selecting one item of the same product or maybe a brand, which brand is the best, whether it's better to continue to use this type of product, perhaps say a pasta. Should I use pasta or should I use potato? Should I use frozen vegetables or should I use fresh green leafy vegetables? All of these things help you to be accountable, but accountability is not easy. Time adjustment, rebooting, refocusing your energy, all of these things are not always easy, and going the route of independent existence could prove challenging, and you find yourself collapsing or falling back into your old routine because the new routine is just a little bit too cumbersome. It's just a little bit too stressful. But if you engage others in helping you to gain clearer understanding, to perhaps do a few of the chores that will help you to go down the path that you desire, then yes, having a person or a few persons who share your vision, who share your dreams, who perhaps would like to walk that path with you is very important. So always be cognizant of your ability and seek out persons who would be able to provide the help and assistance that you need. And the fourth element of accountability is that of being honest to self. Don't pretend as if you got it all down pat, because in so doing, you will find yourself failing miserably. So, I mentioned in the last segment that the key to success is not in going and conquering and being successful at the first try. The key to success is falling down and getting back up and keep on moving. In so doing, you will find that you will be more likely to succeed. So, what is the importance of accountability? First and foremost, accountability reduces the risk of you falling off track. It also helps you to track and keep abreast of the things that you are doing well and the things that you need to improve and continue to improve on. You recognize from a very early stage where you need help, where you are needing to make some minor adjustments to the goals that you have set, and even where you are able to up your game and get better at some of the things that you are doing. So let's think about, for example, a very common state. You're diabetic, your glucose levels are consistently high, and you are feeling at a loss. What do? You begin to look at what it is that you are doing and how in the future you can change that. And that is why tracking your activities is so very important, especially when you are focusing on changing things that are negatively impacting your health or pose a threat to the quality of your life. So you begin to say, okay, my sugar levels, my doctor say I must aim to keep it between 120 and 130, roughly. Some people say, oh, that's high. But if you've been living with diabetes for a long time, that may be an ideal that is a major accomplishment when you are customarily battling to bring that sugar down below 170. So, yes, the thing about it is not to use your past or the experience of others, but to go and look at what your future looks like and what will help you to achieve that future reading that you so desire, that will so help you to be in a better state, that will lower your risk for developing complications of the disease. And then you would begin now to see yourself with that lower level of blood glucose. You will begin to see yourself in that state of regular physical activity, to see yourself eating the right foods, see yourself engaging in alternative thought processes that will take you away from your fixation on the things that will cause your blood sugar to go up. Okay? And then you will begin to look around to see, where can I find the help that I need to really, really be successful? That's accountability. That is accountability. That is being aware of who you are, where you are, and what you are aiming for, and how you are doing it and doing it well. And so, as we wrap up this session today, let's review the 5, because we have just one more left. The first is taking time. The second is acquiring the knowledge. The third is setting up the right conditions. The fourth is being committed. And the fifth is setting up accountability. And accountability is attached very closely to our 6th and final, which we will cover in our next segment. And so today, I want to encourage you, wherever you are, whoever you are, whatever the habit is that you desire to break, believe in yourself. Take time for yourself. Time to acquire the right knowledge and skills. Time to set up the right conditions. And of course, commit yourself to doing what will benefit you and others, and be accountable. Establish clear goals. Focus on your future state. Ask for help and be honest. I am your MouldBreakerDoc Aud-Melanie, aka Aud-Mel. I am here as a result of a passion, as a result of a calling to help to make a difference in the life of others for improved health and quality of life. If you desire more information, if you feel that you can benefit from personalized help, I encourage you to reach out to me. Hit me up on my Facebook, my Twitter, or my YouTube page. You can also email me at MouldBreakerEmpowermentNetwork@gmail.com. That's MouldBreakerEmpowermentNetwork@gmail.com. Please love yourself. Believe in yourself. Be committed to yourself. You are your own best expert when it comes to you, what you desire, what you are capable of doing. Help is here for you, but you must take the lead. Love yourself, believe in yourself, and strive to be the best version of you. I say thank you for joining me, and be sure to tune in again next week when we will present solution number 6, establishing a good support network. Until then, take care of yourself.